The clothing that you're wearing, that is your immediate shelter. That's what's protecting you from the environment. As far as your clothing goes, remember the acronym COLDER, C-O-L-D-E-R. C stands for clean. Obviously, the longer you're out here, the less clean they're going to be, but the less clean your clothes are, the less effective they are at providing insulation and sheltering you from your environment. The next three kind of go hand in hand. OLD stands for avoid overheating, wear loose layers, and make sure that you stay dry. So avoid overheating so that you don't sweat. And when you sweat, it basically takes all the insulative properties out of your clothing. So sweating is a bad thing. So the way that you prevent sweating is you wear the loose layers. That's the L portion. As you're going along, as you start to heat up, as you start to get warm, you can take off layers, or if you start to get cold, you can add layers. And that'll help you prevent yourself from sweating. And then dry. Obviously, that's our goal, is to keep our clothing dry. You also, hey, give me a hug. And then the last two go together as well. E stands for examine your clothing, look for any rips or tears, and then R stands for repair. So what I like to use is basically a 4-layer system, and keeping the colder principle in mind. I use an inner wicking layer, and basically that's what sets against my body and that wicks perspiration away, and that prevents heat loss that way. Then that base layer, that base wicking layer, on top of that I'll put an insulating layer. That could be fleece, that could be wool, that could be a down, something that's going to actually insulate and keep the heat close to my body. Then my third layer is what I would consider my durable layer. Like right now I've got a flannel shirt on and some Carhartt pants that are pretty durable. So the last layer that I would use is, obviously if I need it, is a windproof, waterproof layer, something like a Gore-Tex shell or some type of rain suit. That prevents heat loss from conduction, because if I get wet, then that colder water is going to sap the heat right out of me. And then also convection, the wind current blowing across my body, is going to actually rob me of the heat too. So I need a good windproof, waterproof layer. So that's my 4-layer clothing system.